Cam, before we get too far into round number 2, just a quick thought on the way your team came together to take care of business in round 1.
Yeah, it was round 1 was a tough series there. Back and forth, kind of been able to squeak it out there in the third period of game 5. So definitely great team win. But now we're on to Rockford, so we're ready for them.
On an individual level, you seem to take your game to another level in the postseason so far. You've talked a little bit in the past about enjoying this time of year. Is it something that you really savor? You had a chance to think back on round 1 now and look ahead to round 2?
Yeah, I mean, you just try to play your best game every night and try to help anything you can do to help the team win. And I think that's my ultimate goal, is just try to get us to win games and move on. So whatever that is, whether it's blocking shots, scoring goals, or just doing even little things, that's what I need to do.
Is it system that sets up the opportunities for you in terms of the offense? You're able to chip in a couple of key games in round 1.
Yeah, I think, it's just bounces and opportunity. And, yeah, I definitely think everybody's game kind of raised a little bit in the playoffs. So I think I kind of thrive off that and like to try to play against their best lines and try to play against their best players. So I definitely think that helps.
The goal on Monday night, can you help me out a little bit about what you saw there? Just an opportunity to sneak down the weak side?
Yeah, well, I noticed my winger lost his stick, so he couldn't guard me. So I figured I might as well go to the back door because even if it is a turnover, he can't do anything. He doesn't have a stick. So I think that was mainly the play. I kind of got a little lucky there with Pep kind of whiffing on the shot and it going to me. But either way, I was kind of just going there to collect a rebound.
I think it was a shot pass by his definition.
Yeah.
But I want to ask you about Rockford. It's a team you got some real connections to. You were there with them in a playoff season. What was your time like there?
It was great. Great organization, great people there. Had a great time there. I think I was there for like a year and a half. I got traded last year after the year, but yeah, overall it was a great experience.
Interesting time in your career because you had the 3-year spell in the Washington organization, then going over to Rockford. Do you remember about the decision to go there and what it meant at that time?
Yeah, it was interesting. I played 3 years there in Hershey, and that's in the east part of the league. So I had never experienced the West and kind of just the travel and the cities and the style of play and stuff. So it was definitely nice going over to Rockford and kind of getting adjusted. And it took me a little bit of time just to kind of go into a new organization, as anybody will. But overall, it was a great opportunity.
What do you remember in terms of development at that stage of your career? Because by that point, you had those 3 seasons under your belt.
Yeah, I was kind of borderline there. I was still trying to, make it and trying to get my shot. It didn't really work out there in Rockford, but I definitely learned a lot along the way, and I had good staff and organization and everything. So it was definitely an instrumental part of growing as a player and becoming the player I am today.
Sometimes when people take a look at the league standings online, they see big cities, Cleveland, Milwaukee, Chicago. They don't know much about Rockford. What can you tell us about somebody who's lived there and knows a bit about the community?
Well, it's interesting. It's a good, tight-knit community. It's close to Chicago, so a lot of people will commute into Chicago to either work or even just go for entertainment. But it's definitely got a good fan base there, and I'm definitely guessing that when we go there, especially now it's the second round, and I don't think they've made the second round in a couple of years here. So they'll have a great fan base, and they'll be passionate about their hockey.
And what about this team? It's a team that's changed over the course of the year. Rockford looked at early in the year, maybe a young team trying to get some experience. Now, very different makeup to the group.
Yeah, it's a pretty different team than what we experienced, even what I was on last year. Not a lot of guys returning. They got a lot of NHL games among their group. And they play a highly skilled, high-powered offense. So I think we've scouted them well, and we kind of know what our game plan is going into it. But at the end of the day, it's going to be who wants it more and who's willing to sacrifice, just like any playoff hockey game.
Just to wrap things up, are there some things that you take from round number 1 in terms of maybe mindset and how to approach playoff hockey now from a group that didn't have a lot of experience going into these playoffs?
Yeah, I think honestly round 1 was a great experience for our whole team if we're going to try to make a deep run here. Being able to win a game, lose a game, win a game, lose a game, it kind of gives you the ups and downs of a normal postseason run. So I definitely think that more than anything, other than X's and O's and stuff like that, I think that can kind of help us, because if we get down in a game or if we win a game, we know that you can't get high, can't get too high, can't get too low. So I think overall the first round was just a great experience for our team.
Thanks for the time. Enjoy it.
Yeah, thanks, Mitch. Appreciate it.